Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Caitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on November 8th, 2022 in Śrī Māyāpur, India.
Pangon langay te girip Sri Gurum Dhinatharinam Sri Caitanya Ishwaram
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om Tat Sat. So today we are Guru Maharaj is speaking on the compilation of Lord Chaitanya book. Today's session titled as The Illusory Energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead tests Haridāsa Thakur.
Haribo.
Haribo.
Happy Rasa Purnima.
Happy Ras Purnima.
Everybody get part of your Bhisma Panchak.
Everybody did Paran of your Bhisma Panchak.
Haribo.
You see the lunar eclipse.
Did you see the lunar eclipse?
Lord Chaitanya appeared during a lunar eclipse.
Lord Chaitanya appeared during a lunar eclipse.
And all the people in Navadvip were in the Ganges
And all the people of Navadvip were in the Ganges
chanting the holy names.
chanting the holy names.
So that way the devotees like Sridhar Thakur, they were so happy to hear all the people chanting the holy names.
That way, devotees like Srivas Thakur, they were so happy to hear the holy names being chanted by everybody.
They said that a lunar eclipse is justly inauspicious, and all the people are chanting the holy names.
They said that a lunar eclipse is supposed to be inauspicious, but everybody is chanting the holy names.
We had the elephant procession, and still the lunar eclipse was partially just closing up.
We had the elephant procession, but still the lunar eclipse was partially just closing up.
Apparently, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur had a Rath Yatra during the eclipse.
Apparently, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur had an Rath Yatra during a lunar eclipse
In Kurukshetra.
in Kurukshetra.
And not lunar or solar.
I don't know if it was lunar or solar.
And then he said, and in the Vaishnava Sampradaya, we don't observe the eclipse.
He said in the Vaishnav Sampradaya, we don't observe the eclipse.
We simply chant Hare Krishna.
We simply chant Hare Krishna.
So, but here all the mutts seem that they closed out during the eclipse.
Here, all the mutts, they seem to be closed up during the eclipse.
I wonder because we heard the Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada Thakur. He didn't observe.
I wonder because we heard that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada Thakur, he didn't observe.
And the king of Krishnanagar and Navadvip, King Kṛṣṇa Chandra, after who the Krishnanagar is named.
The king of Krishnanagar, King Kṛṣṇa Chandra, after the Krishnanagar, after his name, whose Krishnanagar got the name.
He started a Ras Purnima Festival in Navadvip, where they held big pandals to different devas.
He started a big Ras Purnima in Navadvip where they have big pandals to different devas.
So, Ras Purnima is Krishna's festival.
So Ras Purnima is Krishna's festival.
But somehow worshipping the devas and Navadvip.
So, but somehow they are worshipping the devas in Navadvip.
And yet, many people come to Mayapur to see us.
Anyways, many people come to Mayapur to see us.
We'll learn the sloka.
So now we'll go on with the sloka. The glories of Haridāsa Thakur. The chapter is under the section of the glories of Srila Haridāsa Thakur. Caitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 3.227.
ঠাকুরের অপাকৃত চরিত বর্ণন আর অলৌকিক এক চরিত্র তাহার যাহার শ্রবণে লোকে হয় চমৎকার.
There is another incident concerning Haridāsa Thakur's uncommon behavior. One will be astonished to hear about it.
Here another history of Haridāsa Thakur's uncommon Vaishnava qualities is mentioned.
So we will hear another history of Srila Haridāsa Thakur's uncommon qualities as listed. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 3.228.
শ্রৌতপন্থায় অপাকৃত অনুভূতি, তর্কপন্থায় তৎসম্ভাবনা। তর্ক না করিহ, তর্ক অগোচর তার রীতি, বিশ্বাস করিয়া শোন করিয়া প্রতীতি।
Hear about such incidents without putting forth dry arguments, for these incidents are beyond our material reasoning. One must believe in them with faith.
Some of the histories given in the Caitanya Charitamrita are such that you just have to believe them to understand.
So some of the histories in the Caitanya Charitamrita are that you just have to believe them to understand. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 3.229.
ঠাকুর হরিদাস ও মায়াদেবীর উদ্ধার বৃত্তান্ত বর্ণন। একদিন হরিদাস গুফাতে বসিয়া নাম সংকীর্তন করেন উচ্চ করিয়া।
One day, Haridāsa Thakur was sitting in his cave, reciting the holy name of the Lord very loudly. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 3.230.
জ্যোৎস্নাবতী রাত্রি 10 দিক সুনির্মল, গঙ্গার লহরী জ্যোৎস্নায় করে ঝলমল।
The night was full of moonlight, which made the waves of the Ganges look dazzling. All directions were clear and bright.
So, this is describing the natural beauty of the surroundings of Haridāsa Thakur's cave.
So this is describing the natural beauty of the surroundings of Haridāsa Thakur's cave. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antyalila 3.231.
দ্বারে তুলসী লেপা পিণ্ডির উপর, গুফায় শোভা দেখি লোকের জুড়ায় অন্তর।
Thus, everyone who saw the beauty of the cave with the tulasi plant on a clean altar was astonished and satisfied at heart.
Although Haridāsa Thakur is living in a simple earthen cave,
So although Haridāsa Thakur was living in a simple earthen cave,
people who saw the environment are very astonished at the beauty.
People who saw the environment were very astonished of the beauty.
And although he was living in a very simple environment, it was very beautiful.
So although he was living a very simple environment, it looked very beautiful. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 3.232.
হেন কালে এক নারী অঙ্গনে আইল তার অঙ্গ কান্তে স্থান পীতবর্ণ হইল.
At that time, in that beautiful scene, a woman appeared in the courtyard. The beauty of her body was so bright that it tinged the entire place with a yellow hue.
The kind of yellow color is only had in this material world in the glory or Parvati.
This kind of yellow color is only had in this material world, Gauri, Parvati.
In the spiritual world, Radharani has this yellow hue.
In the spiritual world, Radharani has this yellow hue.
She's known as Gaurangi.
She is known as Gaurangi.
But in the material world, Parvati is known as Gauri.
But in the material world, Parvati is known as Gauri. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 3.233.
তার অঙ্গ গন্ধে 10 দিক আমোদিত ভূষণ ধ্বনিতে কর্ণ হয় চমকিত.
The scent of her body perfumed all directions, and the tinkling of her ornaments startled the ear.
Well, this lady was very beautiful,
So this lady was very beautiful
very attractive.
and very attractive. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 3.234.
আসিয়া তুলসীরে সেই কইলা নমস্কার তুলসী পরিক্রমা করি গেলা গুফাদার.
After coming there, the woman offered obeisances to the tulasi plant, and after circumambulating the tulasi plant, she came to the door of the cave where Haridāsa Thakur was sitting. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 3.235.
সরহাতে হরিদাসের বন্দিলা চরণ দ্বারে বসি কহে কিছু মধুর বচন.
With folded hands, she offered obeisances at the lotus feet of Haridāsa Thakur. Sitting at the door, she then spoke in a very sweet voice. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 3.236.
ঠাকুর হরিদাসকে জীব মোহিনী মায়ার পরীক্ষা. জগতের বন্ধু তুমি রূপ গুণবান তব সঙ্গ লাগি মোরে থাকে প্রয়াণ.
My dear friend, she said, you are the friend of the entire world. You are so beautiful and qualified. I have come here only for union with you.
So she was testing Haridāsa Thakur.
So she was testing Haridāsa Thakur. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 3.237.
মোরে অঙ্গীকার কর হইয়া সদয় দিনে দয়া করে এই সাধু স্বভাব হয়.
My dear sir, kindly accept me and be merciful towards me. For it is a characteristic of all saintly persons to be kind towards the poor and fallen.
So she's using the qualities of a sadhu inappropriately.
So she is using the qualities of a sadhu inappropriately.
A sadhu wants to engage in the service pleasing to Kṛṣṇa.
A sadhu wants to engage in the service of pleasing Kṛṣṇa
and not in the service of pleasing his senses.
and not in the service of pleasing his senses. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 3.238.
এত বলি নানা ভাব করয়ে প্রকাশ যাহার দর্শনে মুনির হয় দৈর্যনাশ.
After saying this, she began to manifest various postures, which even the greatest philosopher would lose his patience upon seeing.
So, like this, she was testing Haridāsa Thakur's commitment to serving Kṛṣṇa.
So like this, she was testing Haridāsa Thakur's commitment to serving Krishna. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 3.239.
নির্বিকার হরিদাস গম্ভীর আশয় বলিতে লাগিলা তারে হইয়া সদয়.
So Haridāsa Thakur, being very merciful, spoke to the beautiful lady.
So Haridāsa Thakur, being very merciful, spoke to the beautiful lady. Haridāsa Thakur was immovable, for he was deeply determined. He began to speak to her, being very merciful towards her. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 3.240.
ঠাকুর হরিদাসের শঙ্কা নাম কীর্তন যজ্ঞে দীক্ষা ও নিষ্ঠা. শঙ্খা নাম সংকীর্তন এই মহাযজ্ঞ মন্যে তাহাতে দীক্ষিত আমি হই প্রতিদিনে.
I have been initiated into a vow to perform a great sacrifice by chanting the holy name a certain number of times every day.
Actually, every devotee in the modern Kṛṣṇa conscious movement agrees at the time of initiation to chant at least 16 malas of beads, or 1,728 mantras a day.
So actually, every devotee in the modern who is connected to Krishna consciousness makes a vow at the time of initiation to chant at least 16 malas, which is
1,728 mantras.
1,728 mantras.
But Haridāsa Thakur would chant 300,000 times.
But Haridāsa Thakur, he would chant 300,000 times.
That was his vow. Every devotee at the time of initiation takes a particular vow to chant.
So every devotee at the time of initiation takes a vow to chant.
Whether it's 100,000 or 25,000 or 300,000.
Whether it's 100,000, 25,000, or 300,000.
16 rounds means 25,000.
16 round means 25,000. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila 3.241.
যাবৎ কীর্তন সমাপ্ত নহে না করি অন্য কাম কীর্তন সমাপ্ত হইলে হয় দীক্ষার বিশ্রাম
As long as the vow to chant is unfulfilled, I do not desire anything else. When I finish my chanting, then I have an opportunity to do anything.
So, for Haridāsa Thakur, chanting was his first priority.
So for Haridāsa Thakur, chanting was his first priority.
And he would chant 300,000 names a day.
And he would chant 300,000 names a day.
Compared to that, we are chanting minimum 25,000 names a day.
Compared to that, we are chanting minimum 25,000 names a day.
A very small amount.
That's a very small amount.
But still we find it difficult to finish in a day.
But still we find it difficult to finish in a day.
So we should make it our priority to finish our rounds.
So we should make it our priority to finish our rounds.
Chanting Hare Krishna mantra.
Chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila 3.242.
দ্বারে বসি শোনো তুমি নাম সংকীর্তন নাম সমাপ্ত হইলে করিমু তব প্রীতি আচরণ
Sit down at the door and hear the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. As soon as the chanting is finished, I shall satisfy you as you desire.
This is the same thing Haridāsa Thakur said to the prostitute.
This is the same thing that Haridāsa Thakur said to the prostitute, Hira.
And after 3 days, she was converted to a Vaishnavi.
And after 3 days, she was converted to a Vaishnavi. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila 3.243.
এত বলি করেন তেহ নাম সংকীর্তন সেই নারী বসি করে শ্রীনাম শ্রবণ
After saying this, Haridāsa Thakur continued to chant the holy name of the Lord. Thus the woman sitting before him began to hear the chanting of the holy name.
Haridāsa Thakur, he chanted the holy name loudly.
So Haridāsa Thakur, he chanted the holy name loudly.
And the lady sitting at the doorway heard his chanting.
And the lady sitting at the doorway heard his chanting.
By this kirtan, people are naturally delivered.
So by this kirtan, people were naturally delivered.
Even the insects, animals, birds, what to speak of human beings.
Even the insects, animals, birds, what to speak of human beings.
They could be delivered by hearing this pure holy name.
They could be delivered by hearing this pure holy name. Thus ends the chapter entitled The Illusory Energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Test Haridāsa Thakur, under the section The Glories of Srila Haridāsa Thakur.
In our Krishna consciousness, it's quite natural that we'll be tested.
So in our Krishna consciousness, it is quite natural that we will be tested.
We never know how the test comes. And this example, the Supreme personality Godhead's own illusory energy.
We never know how the tests come. And in this example, the Supreme Personality of Godhead's illusionary energy,
She personally came to test Haridāsa.
she personally came to test Haridāsa Thakur.
It's very hard to overcome her test.
It's very hard to overcome her test.
And sometimes when we tested by some kind of material gift,
Sometimes we'll be tested by some material gift,
sometimes by something,
sometimes by suffering,
by different things.
by different things.
So we have to be determined to serve Kṛṣṇa under all circumstances.
So we have to be determined to serve Kṛṣṇa under all circumstances.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. And don't forget to like and share our channel.